You wouldn't believe it, but some people are actually digging for cash in the sea. For every dead worker, the boss hits the jackpot. After a long day, you finally relax, only to face an overzealous co-worker's welcome. No one dares help, but Qixing, our old buddy, steps in. He proposed a showdown with the supervisor, win, and head lead the Korean crew. Bored, the Japanese officer agreed to the wrestle. And just like that, a sibling rivalry turned wrestling league was about to kick off. Two bare-fisted warriors, with Qixing ready to unleash every ounce of fury on the supervisor. He once felt untouchable with Japanese support, but now, facing Qixing, it's not so easy. Just as Qixing was ready to land a knockout, a Korean woman named Yoon stepped in. She's quite the high flyer in the crew. She's like the spokesperson for the Korean folks, always negotiating for their rights in front of the Japanese. Everyone respects her. After the victory over the supervisor, Qixing takes the crown as their new boss. Watching Qixing triumph, Lai Jiangyu and the band praised him endlessly, while Yoon face seemed to tell 1,000 tales. Amid this brawl, Yoon learned something monumental. This title match is pivotal for everyone. She realized that after the supervisor was crushed, a dinner party was on the horizon, with the women becoming the stars of the evening. Lai Jiangyu's daughter Suhi was there. When grimy hands reached her, she burst into tears, thinking, I don't want to be like those girls. Out of nowhere, music starts playing her very own song from Korea. To escape the unwelcome guests, she jumped on stage and began her performance. Hearing her all while freaking out, her friend Mosey rushed to alert the supervisor. Suhi used to be a child star back in Korea. To prove herself, she showed the officer her album cover photo, and he grinned slyly at it. Just then, Suhi hit the brainwave and shouted the only Japanese phrase she knew, skillfully dodging a disaster. The supervisor had his own agenda, but the father-daughter reunion was bittersweet. Seeing his daughter's makeup made Lai Jiangyu's heart race with mixed. At that moment, Suhi couldn't hold back her tears, her heart torn, but to survive, he just had to fake a smile, trying to cheer her up with that familiar. From that day on, Lai Jiangyu no longer had to grind, joining the band at the Japanese dinner parties. He and his daughter were finally united and even managed to snag some goodies from the Japanese every now and then. But one day, Mosey was getting hassled by a Japanese dude. Just in time, Qixing downstairs drinking swooped in, frightening Mosey and pulling him back under everyone's gaze. Mosey thought Qixing was asking for services and started stripping down, but Qixing said, I'm not here for that, buddy. I'm just curious about. So, Mosey opened up and elaborately shared his past experiences. He was tricked by Koreans into China and then captured by the Japanese as a comfort woman, witnessing horrors beyond words. To avoid the same fate, he drank the dreadful date rape cocktail in a desperate suicide attempt, but doctors managed to pull him back from the brink. Little did he know, years later, he would be tricked back here by Koreans, this time permanently inked with brandings he couldn't erase. By now, he felt no resentment towards the Japanese. Instead, his genuine hatred was reserved for those treacherous compatriots who betrayed their own souls. One fateful day, while the miners were at work, an overloaded ore cart ran out of control, narrowly missing a few workers by mere centimeters and causing an unprecedented glorious chaos. Especially the Korean miners faced catastrophic losses, with coal production dropping sharply. To save his position, the supervisor ignored trapped workers. He even sealed off the exit and set off explosive wires, thinking he could dodge the hassle, but lo and behold, Yoon was trapped. He knew if anything happened to Yoon, the remaining workers would go ballistic. So he immediately ordered a rescue. No way he could let him die down there. Meanwhile, the trapped workers were frantically digging for a way out to connect with the other tunnels. But no luck. Then, a worker named Park Woo-young had a brilliant idea. It's time for some detonation therapy. He volunteered to be the detonator, using a truck and rope, planning to signal everyone before hitting the big boom. Risking his life to be blown up, he successfully defused the critical situation and finally managed to lead the workers out of the mine tunnel safely. But Park Woo-young wasn't just any worker, he was a spy for the Korean Liberation Army. Recently, his mission was to gather intel about China's plans to drop the atomic bomb on Japan. If successful, it would be a massive blow to Japan. His task was to ensure Yoon Haek-jeol's safe escape for his political prowess afterward. Over in Japan, the supervisor claimed to transport the injured for treatment, but he was actually shipping them straight to the crematorium. He wanted to carve out a new opportunity. Knowing his boss had a soft spot for young girls, he planned to offer Soo-hee as his adopted daughter. The supervisor came straight to Lee Jae-nyu, saying he wanted to send Soo-hee to his boss, and though Lee was unwilling, there was little he could do. He had to agree for now, quietly plotting hard to rescue his daughter while watching Soo-hee dance in the rain. Lee Jae-nyu's heart was heavy. His intent was to give his daughter a better future, yet he dragged her into this darkness. But things would take a turn. Park Woo-young started plotting their escape and urgently needed a radio to communicate with the outside world. He knew Lee Jae-nyu had a good relationship with the supervisor and asked for his help in obtaining the office keys. To gain Lee Jae-nyu's trust, Park Woo-young laid out his plan in detail, ensuring he wouldn't get sabotaged. Park Woo-young issued a warning to Lee Jae-nyu, urging him to keep the entire matter under wraps. Lee Jae-nyu agreed to get the keys, but insisted he and his daughter come along as part of the package. After reaching an agreement, they sprang into action. Lee Jae-nyu discreetly left behind a film negative during the movie. That night, they pretended to clean the place while subtly dusting the keyhole with lime powder. Once the key was identified, he instructed his friend to distract the guard. Then, he heated the key over a candle and pressed it against the film to create